MacVoices is supported by ATTO, the power behind the storage. ATTO offers the most connectivity choices for macOS with a wide range of Thunderbolt and host bus adapters for high performance and low latency network storage connectivity. Visit ATTO.com to learn more. MacVoices is in San Jose for AltConf and WWDC. I'm Chuck Joyner. Folks, one of the best things about coming to AltConf is catching up with old friends, and that's what I get to do now. Philip and Maia are here from Smile to talk about what's new with the latest version of Pdfpen, among other things. Philip, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too, Chuck. It's wonderful to be here.
It's great. And Maia, it's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
I keep trying to get you on other times, but you always seem to come with chaperones.
No, you got me alone last year.
Yeah, well, it
hunted me down and cornered me.
Yeah. Thank you for putting that on camera. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome. Yes, that's why I'm here.
Yeah, old friends, as I said, folks. So you're both wearing TextExpander shirts, but we're going to talk about Pdfpen.
Okay. It's totally okay. Yeah, we just launched Pdfpen 11 a couple of weeks ago. Pdfpenpro 11 as well, and lots of new features and improvements for anybody who is editing PDFs.
Anytime I feel like software gets to version 7, 8, 9, 10, it's like, okay, it's just maintenance releases. But you all seem to keep coming up with just features that really do address things that I want to do with PDFs. Sometimes I didn't even know that I wanted to do them until you show me, and then it's like, oh yeah, that'll be really great.
Well, it is true. When a piece of software gets really mature, like Pdfpen is, it is harder to come up with new features that are going to offer the greatest benefit. But we do look at the software as a whole. We look at people people using it and see how they could really benefit from new features to make their work even more rich or quicker.
So Maia, what kind of new features are we talking about?
Well, we've got support for continuity camera, so that means everybody who has a phone but no scanner can now super quickly use your phone's camera to scan stuff straight into Pdfpen for Mac, which is super convenient. Also, we have a split screen view, so if you have a, say, long PDF and you want to actually look at multiple pieces at the same time for review or whatever, you can look at them side by side now, which is super handy.
To take those in order, it took me a while to understand the benefits of continuity camera. Once I did, though, it's like I use it on a constant basis. But the split screen thing I think is really interesting because, and don't ask me for examples because right now I can't give you any, but it does seem like there are a number of apps that are recognizing this issue and starting to put it in. And I'm not sure that I even recognized it as an issue until recently, and now that I have it, it's so handy.
Yeah, if you're reviewing a book, it's super handy. I mean, often you need to go to an appendix to look up the definition of something, or if you're on a legal document, you need to refer to different definitions too. And you can only do that if you can see the beginning and the end of a document in the same screen.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you can, but it requires a little finagling to open two copies of the same document, and then you lose track of what you're editing. And
yeah, it's best to be able to do it with one document. Much easier to navigate. So it's a really good feature.
So that's PDF. Is that Pdfpen or Pdfpenpro? Those features.
Both.
Okay. Is there anything specific to Pdfpenpro at this point?
In this release, yes. We added the ability to be able to select multiple form fields and be able to change the attributes of them all at once. So, for example, if you want to change the font or if you want to change the type of data in a form field, you can do that all at once.
Anything we've missed, Maia?
I think that's the highlights. You can download it at TextExpander. At TextExpander.
Good.
I'm shifting to TextExpander now.
Okay.
So
Well,
smilesoftware.com/Pdfpen.
Well, feel free to shift to TextExpander if you like. What do we have new in TextExpander?
Well, we launched TextExpander for Chrome not long ago, which I think is great because we now cover all of the desktop platforms. So we have Mac, Windows. Chrome means that if you have a Chromebook, you can use it. But if you use the Chrome browser in Linux, you can also use it. So we've got everything.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
And they're so tired of me saying it, but TextExpander is the utility I use the most. Period. No question about it. It's not even close.
You need an expansion for that, a little shortcut.
That's about the truth. Could you work on verbal expansions for me, please?
We could try.
Well, it is, and the fact that you cover all those platforms now, because I've in the past let people see some of my workflows they're PC users, and I want to do that. Oh, sorry, you can't. Now you can.
Yeah, I mean, you're not trapped on a particular platform. Not that anyone's ever trapped on a Mac, but like sometimes you have to do something else at work, and maybe you keep your Mac at home, and so here you can keep all your super time-saving stuff with you, and you know, at work is really where you want that time savings.
So, what were your reactions to iPadOS? I'm really curious. As software developers, does it open doors for you? You think, or?
I think it's just a marketing name change, really. I mean, it has some new features, but the iPad always had a few extra features over the iPhone, and yes, they're trying to differentiate it more, perhaps, but it's just to me, it's a progression of nice new features for our products to adopt.
Okay, that's interesting. Maia, is that the way you would see it?
Well, I like the sort of continued improvement of iPad because I look forward to a time when I can take something as lightweight and simple as an iPad and use it instead of a computer. Like currently, with some of the stuff I do, like I have to have a computer to do like real work, and it would be nice to be able to do that all on iPad.
I felt like this might be the start of not a branch necessarily, but just a recognition that the iPad can and needs to do more things and have something more like, I hesitate to say a real operating system, but I think you know what I mean by that.
Well, the iPad is gradually getting more and more of the features we've come to expect from our Macs for many, many years. And we've got multiple windows, we've got a better file system. I mean, these things that we've had on the Mac forever.
And I did see a headline somewhere touting the fact that now with the with the USB-C and all, that now the iPad will support a mouse. I don't know. I haven't. That was one headline, and I sort of skipped over it. But I get a little frustrated. Some people want a touchscreen MacBook, and other people now want a mouse on their iPad. And it's like, make up your mind, please. Is it just me?
It's not just you.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Because I can't really imagine myself using a mouse with my iPad.
I can't either. The beauty of the iPad is that you can touch it and interact with it immediately, and that's why we like using these in our laps and using them as consumption devices mostly. I think for specific areas they're great for productivity, especially where I use the pencil and for drawing and for doing editing of that kind. But I think the majority of us are consuming on an iPad at this point.
I would agree with that. Maia, are you a productivity user on your iPad, or are you a consumption person on your iPad?
I guess I'm a consumption person, but I sort of fluctuate, and so I'll do a wave where it's all Netflix, and then I'll do a wave where, oh yeah, I can like write and email and do stuff, and it's sort of interesting when I get into a productivity mode on the iPad, because then eventually I'll switch back to the Mac and I'll be touching my screen because I got used to like tapping on it, and then I've got fingerprints all over the place.
No, I have not had that. I have not reached up, I don't think, once and touched my MacBook screen feeling like it was my iPad. That's interesting.
You must have better mental segmentation there.
Well, I don't know about that, but it's just different approaches, I guess, to it.
I do it, especially if I've used my Windows computer a little bit, because that's got a touch screen and it has trackpad as well. I mean, I liberally use both, and then I switch to my Mac and suddenly find myself pushing a screen and thinking, oh dear, I can't do that.
So I'm in the minority here, apparently.
Yeah.
So how many Mac Pros are you two ordering?
None.
Well, I need one for myself because I can then wheel around in like the upstairs, and then I need a second one downstairs so I can wheel around the downstairs because they come with little wheels, so like I can ride on them, obviously.
Okay. Well, that's a use case I really hadn't considered, Maia. That's
How many are you buying?
You know, I realize we're being a little flip here. It's tempting only from the standpoint that this computer seems to be a bit future-proof. That, you know, it can, with all the upgradability, it's going to be able to be around for a while. That said, I really don't think it's a machine that I can justify the cost for. I think an iMac, high-end iMac or iMac Pro will be just fine. And my daily driver is usually a MacBook Pro anyway, so.
Sure. I mean, if it already works for you, why step up? I mean, I can see many uses where having a computer that powerful will make a huge difference to people. It's probably not my work.
Yeah, but it'd still be nice to have.
Always is. Everybody likes a fast car.
Exactly. And Maia, you know, your videos would look great on that new monitor.
It would. Well, I mean, I think we're making fun because we don't have the use case, but there's a industry with a lot of money where they need computers that powerful, and so if you're in audio or video, yeah, you want a computer like that. And I think it's great that you can upgrade it so much, so if you're going to invest that much, you want it to survive for more than a couple years.
Well, I won't say who, but I was talking to someone yesterday who is very much into audio editing, and he was explaining a project that they had slaved 4 Mac Pros together to handle all of the tracks. And now you won't have to do that. You'll be able to do it with one Mac Pro.
Advantage to his work.
Yeah, you know, I mean, first of all, I'm trying to figure out how you put 4 together and sync it all up and make sure it works. And now you won't have any of that, which just the time saved alone, let alone everything else.
Oh, it's wonderful. That'll save a lot of time for some people. I can see it.
Well, I know you guys have a session to go to. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. It's great to see you. So where do we send folks for TextExpander and for PDFpen?
TextExpander.com for TextExpander, and for PDFpen, smilesoftware.com/PDFpen.
We can expect more cool things coming.
There always will be.
I'll try not to corner you next time, Maia.
Okay. Well, it's still fun talking to you, though.
Good. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Folks, I'm Chuck Joyner. We'll have more from AltConf and WWDC in San Jose. Thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page, and get more out of your Apple tech with MacVoices Magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you Mac Voices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at cachefly.com.